They say the dead don't write back, but in my town, they always did. It started one autumn morning, fog thick as milk, air sharp with the promise of Halloween. The mailman, old Mr. Crowley, began his route like he always did, only this time there were letters with no return address, no stamp, just blank envelopes sealed with black wax. He didn't think much of it until he noticed something strange. Each envelope had only a single thing written inside, a name and a date. At first, people thought it was some cruel prank. Kids daring each other, maybe, Halloween nonsense. Then Mrs. Harlow got one. The letter said, "Margaret Harlow, October 21st. She laughed, even showed it off at the diner, but the next morning she never woke up. The sheriff called it a coincidence, everyone agreed, because admitting otherwise meant believing something far darker. By the end of that week, 5 more letters were delivered, 5 more people gone. Same wax seal, same blank envelopes, same silence. People stopped checking their mailboxes. Kids refused to walk the streets alone. And Mr. Crowley, the poor old postman, he began to change. He didn't speak much anymore. His eyes went hollow, distant, as if he'd seen something he couldn't unsee. And yet, he never missed a delivery, not once. One night, I stayed up late, just watching through my window. The streetlights flickered like candles in the fog. And then I saw him, Crowley, walking slower than usual, his mailbag dragging behind him, full to bursting. But there was no light in the post office, no trucks, no sound but his boots scraping against the pavement. He stopped at every house, even the ones that were empty.
The next morning, I found a letter on my porch. No name, no address, just sealed with black wax. I opened it. Inside was my name and today's date. At first, I laughed. Maybe I wanted to laugh, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I went to the post office to confront him. The place was abandoned. Dust everywhere, old mailbags rotting on the floor, and behind the counter I found something even worse. Stacks of unopened envelopes, hundreds, maybe thousands, each one with a name I recognized, people from this town, people long dead. I ran home. The streets were empty. No children, no cars, no sound. Only letters scattered everywhere, fluttering like pale leaves in the wind. Each one carried that same wax seal. Each one a name. Each one a date that had already passed. And as I turned the corner, I saw him, Mr. Crowley, standing at the edge of town with his bag open, feeding letters into the fog. They didn't fall. They floated like they were being taken. I shouted his name. He turned slowly. His skin looked paper thin, almost translucent. "Someone has to deliver them," he whispered. "They keep writing back." And then he smiled. The kind of smile that doesn't belong to the living. He lifted a trembling hand and pointed at me. "There's one more left." When I looked down, a letter was already in my hand. The wax was still warm. I burned it. I watched it curl into ash. But sometimes, when the night fog rolls in, I still hear footsteps outside, soft, measured, unhurried. A knock on the door that never comes. And every morning, there's another envelope waiting, blank, sealed, heavy as a heartbeat. Because in this town, mail always gets delivered, even if it's sent from the other side.